Hi everyone, my name is Radu Tanasescu, and I'm really happy to be here, and to share with you our journey, our story, transitioning from ECC to S4, yeah, and just before we dive in, a few words from my side. Um, I'm leading a small team called Cybersecurity and Technology Operations. We are covering the security aspect in the SAP environment, cybersecurity, business technology platform, ALM, and test automation. Yeah, and with our area of expertise, we were in the lucky position to participate in all of the S4 projects that OMV had. We will dive a bit into one of these projects today, and also give you a glimpse of our big picture. Yeah, so far from the beginning up to today. Yeah, a few words of our company. We are the largest listed industrial company in Austria. Yeah, we have group sales in 23 of 39 billion euros, 22,000 employees across the world, and we are consisting of three main companies, but not only. Yeah, so basically the OMV AG, OMV Petrom, and Borealis. Yeah, focus of our business is oil, gas, and petrochemicals. Yeah, so this is pretty much us in a nutshell. Of course, we are committed to circular economy. We have our pledge to come to net zero in 2025, and we are in a continuous transformation. Yeah, not only business transformation, but also from IT perspective. Yeah, and this leads us to the topic of today and our story pretty much. What we call our S4 Future program. Yeah, this is the big picture of our transformation journey in IT, the largest IT project in history, basically, and in a nutshell, we wanted to replace all the R3 systems that we had in our landscape with S4HANA, focusing on security and efficiency. And our vision was to leverage the S4 technology to bring in new innovation and to harmonize our processes. Yeah. How we did it, we established the S4 Future program. This consisted of several projects along the years. Yeah, we will see in a second what this means from a timeline perspective. And we established it on corporate and divisional levels. Yeah. The program started in 2018, and the final go live is planned for January 2025. Yeah, so quite soon for us. Right. So, in a high-level overview of our story, in 2018 we started with a pre-study, a concept phase where our going-in position and assumptions were that we will have one big SAP system for everybody, all the divisions, with standardized best practice processes in the industry, and this was pretty much our going-in assumption. Yeah, reality showed us that the standardized processes and the templates that were provided are not really fitting to our requirements. Yeah, and also our organizational structure. Yeah, as mentioned before, due to our business divisions, we also have the separate entities, let's say. So, for instance, corporate, energy, fuels and feedstocks, and chemicals. Yeah, so this resulted in a recalibration of the scope. Yeah, where we said, okay, let's keep the reasonable implementation costs. Let's keep still the security as a priority, but to harvest the optimum value for our business, we try as much as possible to harmonize the processes, but still keep the flexibility of the divisions. Yeah? This is pretty much in a nutshell our approach in the implementation. Over the years, several systems went live, and we also implemented several central solutions. Yeah, we had central finance implementation, central procurement, central VIM, vendor invoice management, and MDG. Yeah, in MDG we will touch a bit on this topic in the later slides, because we had two flavors of MDG implementation. So MDGF for finance, customers and vendors, but also MDGM for materials. Yeah, and this is important in the next part. Yeah. This is pretty much the big picture, but now let's zoom in a bit in one of our latest projects. This is the S4 Tunisia project. And this is quite an interesting project because we had also an interesting approach regarding the implementation and the migration itself. Yeah? Just a few words on Tunisia. OMV entered Tunisia in 1970 as the first foreign EMP program. And we have interest in 2 exploration permits, 8 production concessions, 6 as operators. Yeah? Tunisia was rolled into our SAP R3 in 2012. And originally, it was not part of the scope for the energy division in our S4 Future program. Yeah? For the project itself, as a scope, the idea was to roll in the 2 Tunisian company codes. As mentioned, yeah, we had also the upstream implementation or the energy implementation already. So we already had S4 for the larger companies, and we only wanted to roll in the company code using the already existed energy template. Now, idea was to make as little changes as possible, but as much as necessary, and also to stay close to S4HANA standard. Yeah? Modules in scope, of course, finance, controlling, JVA, asset accounting, MM, PM, the like. Yeah? In addition, as we touched a bit on the topic of the central solutions, we also had to integrate the company code into the central procurement, central finance, and MDG. Yeah? A few facts and figures on the project. 16 streams, 170 project members, 600 users trained, over 40 migration objects, 2 waves of migrations on the go live. This is also important, and we will touch on the approach in a second. Overall, 19 months. Yes, we took our time, but it's better to be prepared and precise in order to deliver on the project in a successful way. Yeah? Project team was spread over 7 locations. We had virtual meetings and several workshops along the way. Over 250 UAT test cases, 4 migration cycles, and 400 plus cutover tasks. Now, to deep dive a bit on what the migration itself meant. The migration approach is pretty much take all the master data and the open transactional data, several migration objects. Some objects require to be replicated to the other systems like MDGM, MDG, and also central procurement. Yeah? I cannot stress this enough because this might help you also in your projects and in your journeys. It is very important to have a clean set of data. Yeah, one of the major challenges was data cleansing. Yeah, this was performed together with the business colleagues, and this is really important. Yeah, so given the fact that the system was having historical data since 2012, yeah, when migrating, it's important to have this data cleansing under control. 4 test migration cycles, including the design phase, were executed in 15 months. Yeah, this allowed us to get better over time, to overcome the data cleansing topics and the discrepancies that we already had in the system. And the migration approach, we had a two-wave migration, early logistics in mid of December, and the finance migration after the year-end closing. Yeah? This was possible by leveraging the S&P Crystal Bridge platform. Yeah, we had a bit of a hybrid, so both table-based migration and posting-based migration. We will explain a bit in a second what this means. A few more details on the two-wave migration. So the early logistics migration allowed us to be a bit more flexible and to transition the logistic processes in a weekend. Postings in 2023 were closed in the old systems on Friday 15th, yeah, and on the 18th already the processes were live in the new S4 box. Minimum system downtime, granting a smooth transition. And this was also important to our business in Tunisia, because in Tunisia, in the fields, they work really non-stop. Yeah, so 7 days per week, 365 per year. Yeah, so this work also during Christmas. It was very important for them to have as near zero downtime as possible. Yeah? Also, decoupling the logistics migration from the finance migration allowed a bit more performance and a bit more flexibility during the migration weekends. Logistics, still on the objects that were migrated, cross objects like business partners, customers, vendors, joint venture partners were all migrated table-based. And cost centers, profit centers, GL accounts, the same. Yeah? On the finance topics, we will come to a later point. Plant maintenance, inventory management, procurement, all table-based. Yeah? This also sped up the migration, because basically table-based is pushing the data from the ECC tables directly into the S4 tables without going through all the consistency checks that substandard is providing. Yeah, in this particular case for us, this provided a smoother transition and a faster transition. And the keyword here is fast. Yeah, we also have an example later on. Good. Implementing Crystal Bridge also required a set of rules in order to get the data from ECC to S4 in a smart way, let's say. Yeah, there were several design workshops regarding these rules and how to do the mappings and do the conversions so that the data is transferred in a consistent way. There are, however, some risks to this approach in inconsistencies that may or may not happen due to the data quality and the data cleansing exercise. However, we had mitigation measures, and one of the most important mitigation measures was the DCV tool, also from S&P. And this DCV tool, this is the short for data consistency verification, yeah, data consistency verification, and this is pretty much a tool that is scanning before the migration and after the migration your system to see if the rules that you applied are really respected and the data is consistent in the target. Yeah, a funny fact here. This also showed us the inconsistencies that were in the system from the previous project, from the previous go live. Yeah, so not related to this project, the tool has scanned all the system, and it showed us a bit more than it was expected. Yeah, but this helped us to really retain the flexibility and to do the correct adaptations at the right point. Good. Just a small comparison regarding still the table-based approach. Just to give you a glimpse of what this means in terms of speed. Yeah, with the table-based approach, migration, the migration had 1 million entries uploaded in 4 hours, and posting-based 4 million line items uploaded in 24 hours. Yeah, so pretty much a huge discrepancy. Good. This means that the values were changed directly in the tables. Yeah, there were some considerations to be made. Yeah, especially regarding entries that had to be deleted and recreated, and also we migrated specific tables only. Yeah, so especially in the logistics migration, we did not migrate the full historical data one by one, but we did migrate the POs and the PO history. Yeah, this reduced a bit the migration scope, but still kept the consistency that we needed for the day-to-day business. Still, there are some risks of inconsistencies. Here again, we use the DCV and also the functional testing. Regarding finance, and if you also have JVA, this is quite let's say a hot topic. All migration objects leading to DFI postings, yeah, were migrated using posting-based. Why did we choose it this way and not table-based? Because we had a lot of substitutions and validations, and we wanted also to use the standard consistency checks in order to keep everything in line and consistent for finance. Yeah. With JVA from ECC to S4, we used also Atsedoka with JVA, yeah, and also just as a short side note, in S4, if you do the JVA postings, you always need to go through finance. Yeah, this was also another reason why we used the posting based, and the approach here was to go into the ECC systems, grab the JVA data from the ECC systems, and ensure that with the proper mapping, we transfer the data posting based to S4. Yeah, so this was our approach on the JVA topic. This, however, posed a bit of a disadvantage in terms of speed, because the finance migration took a bit longer. Yeah, also the validation of the migration objects took a bit longer. We started on Thursday evening and finalizing Sunday afternoon, really working nonstop. Yeah, so really the team, both business, IT, S&P, really worked together nonstop to achieve this. And we still had a limited buffer. Yeah. Just to mention, the data volumes were much higher. Yeah, nevertheless, we managed to pull this off in a weekend, and yeah, in the end, everything went fine. Main challenges, yeah, because there is no project without its own challenges. Mainly due to data quality. Yeah, again, with the data cleansing exercise, we managed to clean up intensively the old ECC systems before the migration, and yeah, incorrect system handling by the users. I think this is a topic that we regularly face, but nevertheless, yeah, this was one of the major challenges. Complex business requirements due to the specificity of the business in Tunisia. We had some really, let's say, exotic requirements. Intensive usage of withholding tax, house banks not prepared for modern state-of-the-art file exchange, WBS setup and mapping was also a bit of a challenge. Yeah. Late requirements, of course, yeah. All projects have this kind of topics, and there were some bugs. However, we managed to fix them, yeah, together with S&P regarding the migration, and also after each test cycle, we had a round of lessons learned, and we got better at it as the test cycles were done. Yeah. Good. A bit of lessons learned in the shape of the world cloud. Um, this is based on the feedback from the business guys, from project members, both IT, external partners. Yeah, really, everybody contributed to this feedback. And as you can see on the slide, yeah, everybody was saying testing, more testing, and more testing. Yeah, migration, of course, a big topic that everybody contributed, especially in the validation. And as a positive feedback, also we have migration, testing, training, of course, yeah, because there were several training sessions with the business users, and meetings. Yeah, alignment, I think, is key in international projects, and yeah, this is also an important aspect to take into account. Yeah. Yeah, in a nutshell, this was our journey. Regarding Q&A, I will be in the green box, yeah, for the next 20-30 minutes. If you have specific questions, or if you want to know a bit more of the approach that we used on this project or on another project, and so yeah, happy to answer to your questions. Before I leave you, I would really like to extend my gratitude to the SMP team, yeah, to Manuel, Harald, everybody, yeah, really helping us out a lot, not only with the tool set, but also with the knowledge. And yeah, in a nutshell, to every project member that contributed. Yeah, thank you very much.